You know that Stanislavski said we are meant to create under inspiration. And inspiration only comes from the subconscious, the unconscious. However, we cannot access the subconscious without the conscious mind. So, what Stanislavski is pointing out to us here is that in order to create, we have to be inspired. But how do we get inspired? Our unconscious is what gives us the inspiration. But we can't get to the inspiration, we can't get to the unconscious without the conscious mind. So this presents a little bit of a predicament, but actually a very tangible solution is we use our conscious mind and we use it in our acting because acting always starts from the conscious mind. So that's good news. The problem is a lot of acting stays in the conscious mind. But to get to the unconscious, we have to make a conscious creation of our character, of the circumstances. We have to say, what are the choices that I'm going to use in this scene? In every line, what is my character thinking? How is he thinking about those things? And you put all that work together, and then if you're lucky, when the time comes to act, the unconscious will give you an idea that you didn't even know was going to be an idea. And most probably, if you're new to this and if you're new to acting, it might seem like it's not valid because it came unexpectedly. But that is the very thing Stanislavski is telling us to look out for, because that's where acting starts to become an art form. Because if we already know what we're going to do, then it's just hitting numbers. I mean, yeah, it can be entertaining, and it can be very good. But we're looking for something more. Stanislavski is asking us, pleading with us, to search for something more in our acting, something that we don't fully understand. And, an example of this from real life is when you're acting, or even in real life, if you're giving a speech at a wedding or at the office, wherever it is, you prepared it the way you were going to say it. And then when the moment comes to do it, something happens that you didn't expect. Maybe you drop your speech, maybe you forget your line. And then it creates this impulse and vulnerability. And the text comes out in a way that you didn't expect. And maybe you're beating yourself up thinking that's wrong, but that's the inspiration, because that's real life. And so Stanislavski is saying an artist actor is someone who is constantly in the pursuit of inspiration every night on stage, every take behind the camera. Every moment is an opportunity of real life for your unconscious to come into play. Are you going to let it play, or are you going to suppress it? That's where the real acting training begins. Any questions?